Today we're painting guns. I'm going to paint a 300 blackout. First thing we're going to do, we're going to verify that it's empty. I'm going to just cut my dust, close my dust cover. I'm going to take my suppressor off. I'm going to start by covering my muzzle device just to make sure that nothing gets on there, no gunk gets in the barrel. We're going to get the muzzle device taped off here. I don't spend a lot of time taping on my guns because they get pretty beat up because I use them, and in the end you kind of end up with a kind of a battle worn look, which seems to be popular. I'm going to tape off my lens here. The beauty of spray paint is if you don't like something, you can just redo it. But you just want to make sure you get everything taped up you don't want painted. So we got that worked in. That cover. So basically all I'm going to tape up today, because, well, it's 100 degrees out and I'm lazy, is the front of the EOTech, the back of the EOTech, and the button display. The rest is going to get painted. I've selected 3 colors. Orange, there's a lot of red clay in our area, desert sand-ish, and an FDE-ish.
Ish.
I'm going to start by shaking the can. And painting the whole thing desert sand. Some people put rubbing alcohol, trying to get all the oils off it. As I stated, it's 100 degrees, and I'm just not caring at the moment.
I know we're outside, but fumigation.
Right at you, baby. Okay, we're going to let that dry for roughly 15 minutes. As soon as I'm happy here.
Right here.
Okay, we'll come back in 15 minutes and do the other side. I'm going to flip it over. Just start painting again. Look, a beard hair.
I knew those guns were getting extra loving.
This is just your base coat, so it doesn't need to be perfect. Keep in mind it's spray paint, so it's a lot bit softer than like Cerakote, but it's super cheap, super easy. And if you don't like it, a little diesel or nail polish remover or acetone, take it right off, start over again with more beard hair. Okay, now that we got both sides painted, this one's still a little tacky, but it's hot as shit and I want to get done. So I'm taking some burlap and I'm just going to kind of drape it over. Nothing needs to be exact. You can just kind of mess with it, get it to do what you want it to do. There, and we'll just kind of take some more burlap here, and we're just gonna kind of whatever feels good to you. I think I want a little bit more on that dude. Sure that I get some orange down in there. Keep in mind it's just not rocket science. You can just kind of mess with it. The next color I'm going to use is orange because we have a lot of clays where we're at in our location, and gonna look kind of cool, I think. I played with burlap one other time and it kind of came out pretty cool, so I'm kind of hoping for the same effect again. We're just gonna because the whole idea of camouflage is to break your pattern, right? So that's all we're doing, is kind of just breaking the pattern. So, not an exact science. Go with whatever you want to do. Big thing is just don't be scared. And so we're just gonna basically paint everything orange. Look at our magwell. Oh yeah, we're missing a little bit there. And a little bit there. And right there. And then walk around, see if there's anything that you've missed that you think you want to get. And it looks like that's where it's going to be for that color. So this is tacky, but it's warm, and I've got another side to do. So to speed this along, I'm just going to put this down while it's tacky. Anyways, don't pull this up. You're going to want to, because you're going to want to look at what it looks like. Don't wait till the end. Otherwise, you're never going to get it to lay back down in the same position, and it's going to look kind of funky. So what I'm going to do is kind of just weave some more burlap in here. And what I found personally, that is, if you can kind of leave it kind of loose, and if you do it right, then you should have these really cool like smoky lines through it. It's kind of interesting looking. So I'm just grabbing chunks of burlap. And like I said, just kind of laying them loosely over what I want done. Now everything that the orange, everything that this lays on is going to stay orange. Everything else will be flat dark earth. And like I said, you're going to want to look at it. Don't
resist the temptation.
All the temptations. And just for good measure, add just a little bit more down here. And if you don't like it, you can try something else, you know. Cool thing about Krylon is it's cheap. And you can do a lot of cool shit with it. So, our last color I selected is FDE. Man, is it warm.
I'm probably up to another 115 day. I don't know why he always needs to do shit in the heat.
What else am I gonna do?
Sit in front of the air conditioning. Go to the river.
Yeah, river's overrated. Gonna try to get that to sit on it a little better.
Take the dogs down out there and could have caught some crawdads.
Oh, that looks black.
Well, your can looks black.
That lid looks brown.
Well, I actually thought it was black, but in certain lights it looks brown, yeah.
Okay, so we're not gonna use this color. I'm gonna retire. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab.
Change of plans. It is drying brown as he tested it. Like, it goes on looking black, but then it's like turning brown. I don't know. Or if you maybe try a different piece of wood that's not.
Whoops, are you alright? That's your toe?
The toes, man.
That's
That's
brown.
brown. Okay, we're good.
Now that I got it all painted, usually I'd let it wait, but I'm not going to today, so let's take a look and see what we got.
Very carefully. Dude, I'm gonna say that looks
cool.
so freaking bad ass.
Here, let's take it in the sun.
That is really, really super cool. The colors blend beautifully. We got a little bit of fibers in here, but that's not a big deal. We can get those off.
They'll wear out.
Yeah, that just turned out fucking amazing.
So I'll finish letting this dry, and then I'll do the other side. So I rushed through this other side, and it came out pretty good as well. Don't worry about the lines matching up at top. It's camouflage. Remember, in nature, there's nothing perfect. And you're your own worst enemy. If you don't like it, then just hit it with some diesel, start over again, nail polish remover. There's a whole bunch of shit, whatever takes it off. After some use, it will look battle worn if that's what you're desiring. Keep in mind, it's a gun, it's a tool. So just to give you an idea, even though it's still a little wet here, I'll try to pick it up. $32 today. This is what you can do, and just a little bit of time. Wouldn't recommend doing it in 100-degree heat though, and burlap's just another alternative. Super cheap.